Hey kids, it's great to see you again. So today I'm going to show you how to transplant a tree, or if you bring home a tree from the store, how to actually plant it. But in this particular video, I'm going to show you how I'm transplanting a tree, because I have one in a bucket that has outgrown the bucket, and we need to move it, so because it's stunted its growth, and I'm going to walk you through how to do that. This video is brought to you by Lubriderm. I very much appreciate their willingness to support me and my channel. They have a full line of moisturizers to fit anyone's needs, from normal to dry skin to extra dry skin, scented and fragrance free, so pretty much anything for anybody. And this is their Advanced Therapy Lotion. Okay, so before we get started, I do have a dad joke for you. Actually, I have two dad jokes for you. How about that? So why don't you see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so good at it. And then the second one is, what's a tree's favorite radio station? One that plays poplar songs. Poplar songs. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so when transplanting a tree or planting a tree, it's good to do it in early spring or late fall, like I'm doing now, before the first frost. That's just a good time to do it. And we personally just had a whole bunch of rain. We had a pretty dry summer, and then we just had a whole bunch of rain this past week, and so that's a good time to do it, because you're going to get plenty of water for your plant. And in this particular one, I have a tree that's outgrown its pot, so it's actually, here it is here. It's outgrown this pot, and so I'm going to show you how we're going to go ahead and transplant that. So the 5 keys that have always produced good, I boiled them down to 5 to kind of try to keep it simple for you. So you want to make your hole a little bigger than what you're going to actually, the root ball that you're putting in, right? And then you want to have some good quality potting soil, manure. What I use is, I use potting soil and manure, and I kind of mix those together, and that works really well. You want to add some sort of fertilizer. What I'm going to use today is it's a fish mixture, fish fertilizer, and it comes in a bottle, and you just squirt it in, and then you add water and kind of mix that up, and I'm just going to water it with that. There's different ones out there, and this one has worked well for me. So, and then you want to make sure you want to gently loosen up that root ball, the ball at the bottom, right, and get those roots kind of moving. You don't just throw it in the ground. You might have some success if you get a ton of water and it kind of loosens it up on its own, but you want to kind of do that with your hands. And then you want to make sure you have plenty of water. So like I said, this is a perfect time in the Pacific Northwest to be doing this, because we're going to have a lot of rain in the next 6 months. so are you feeling bad for me? But anyway, and you could wear gloves. I like the feel of the earth, the soil, and so I won't be wearing gloves for this. And then so anyway, let me walk you through the steps that I take to do this. I'm going to dig this hole right here. Okay. About the right size, just need to go deeper. So one thing about my soil is there used to be my understanding is there used to be a creek running through back here. And so I have a lot of clay if you get down probably about a foot or 2. And so you want to, if you can, get through that clay, because it's usually, for me anyway, it's about that thick. And then once you can get through that, then you can get down to the water table. But if your plant, whatever you're putting in there, I mean, it depends on the size, of course. If it's fighting to get through that clay and to get water, it makes it pretty difficult to get it to grow. And so, if you go down a little bit, if you go down a foot and run into some clay, try to break through that if you can, to get to where you can actually, where the tree can get some water. I think that's important. Okay. I think we're plenty good now. Okay, so this is just potting soil and manure. mixed together. And I just kind of get my hands in here and mix it up, kind of get rid of your clumps. Okay, kind of mix it up good. This has always worked good for me, because if if everything's dry down here and the soil isn't great, this has got good nutrients in it. Okay, so I want to start by, I'm going to put some down at the bottom. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to add some of my fish fertilizer. Good and wet like that, okay? Now, we want to take our pot and we're going to go ahead and, you might have to fight this a little bit depending on how long it's been sitting in there. So you want to just be gentle though. So we're going to try to get it to come out. Okay, good. Looks like it's wanting to slide right out. So there we go. Okay. So that's what your root ball looks like. And you probably could get away with just putting it in there like that, right? But we want to loosen this up. And this is probably pretty good soil here. So we're going to go ahead and use that. Just kind of loosen up the ball. Okay. So that those roots can kind of be set free to grow in the new hole, right? You want to be gentle though, you don't want to rip them off. I mean, this one kind of came off, but that feels dry anyway. It feels like it was kind of dead. Okay. That's pretty good, I think. Okay. So something like that, okay? Now, we just put it down in there, see how we want to have it facing. Looks like it might be a little bit low. Let's go ahead and throw a little bit of, those leaves are good. That's fine. Okay. That looks pretty good right there. Let's go ahead and throw some dirt in it. Some of our mixture. Okay. There we go. Now it's standing. Okay. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Might need a little bit more dirt, or some of my mixture anyway. Okay. That is looking great, I think. I can add just a little bit more. Okay. Make sure it's seated good too, right? But gently, right? A little bit of firm force, but gently. Okay, that's about good. I'm gonna go ahead and water it again. Now we'll go ahead and add our Lubriderm Advanced Therapy Lotion to our hands to add the moisture back in. Nice. So thank you, Lubriderm, again for sponsoring this video. I appreciate your support of my channel. And thank you all for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. Just make sure you keep it watered, especially if you're in a drier climate. I won't have that problem in the Pacific Northwest. We'll have plenty of rain for the next 6 months, so I should be good. But keep that in mind if you live in a drier climate. So, all right. So I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.